All right. It is Wednesday. We got Justin here. I'm not good with names, but I remembered it. We're doing it live here on YouTube. We got some 50 Cent Hustler's Ambition getting fired up. We're gonna make some fucking money. Somebody asked me earlier, what's my plan today? I said, hey, I'm just here to make some money and fuck some bitches. I mean, fuck the bitches. Something like that. You don't know. Just keep watching. It's gonna be better. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? That is the biggest secret, right? That at the end of the day, you really have to figure out what works best for your style. Everyone's a little different mentally, obviously. Some people, they're okay to hold through drawdown. Some people hate seeing red.
And for me, and this is the reason I liked your channel so much, you know, bull flags and bear flags, they just seem to work with my style and already built upon the foundation that I already had. Not only that, but you can get multiple trades a day. There's so many bull flags.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm impatient, right? I'm not one of those ICT traders who can wait all day.
I wait all day for my model to form.
And then no trades, and if it doesn't show up,
that's not gonna work.
Back to the original question. C Blast, he had a Apex promo code out there.
Yeah.
And so I started out with like 2 or 3 accounts. It actually worked out well for me the first couple. I never got a payout, but I got close. So to me, I was like, I can do this, you know? And no theta, right?
Yeah.
I was coming from
options.
0DTE.
Yeah. Oh,
SPX.
God. I always laugh when people tell me they trade options. I'm like, bro, have you ever heard of futures? They're like, nah, futures are too confusing. I'm like, no. People are under the impression that futures are harder to trade than options.
Yeah, this betting stuff has gotten out of hand.
Recently, some guys escaped prison, and there was like betting websites. You could go and bet on which person was gonna get caught next. It was like a whole thing. I put $100 on this guy. He's gonna win. He's gonna win.
That's so funny. Like with your bull and bear flags, as long as the channel that the bull or bear flag is developing in matches a channel that I've already charted previously, that to me is a higher quality bear flag, because the market, it's all repetitive.
Moves and waves, baby.
Yeah.
It gets tricky. When you're watching that 1 minute chart, it's so easy to like convince yourself to get out of the trade. Because you're like, oh, look, it bounced back up.
I also like to pay attention to the time of the candle. I think that's the #1 trait of a good trader, is being able to manage your emotions.
And then what's funny is like we were talking when I was short, what did I say? I was like, hey, worst come to worst, if I get stopped out here at like the 480s, then that basically sets me up for a move back up. So I'm like, I feel okay about it. Like I can risk that $2,000 because I know that the next setup's gonna give me $5,000, $6,000.
Yeah. And so
kind of like basically those wicks of those first candles that open, line up those wicks.
Use those to guide the trades. And I try not to think too much about it. You just kind of enter when the chart says enter. Your course really helped me a lot because I was overthinking things a lot. I was like, oh, well, what if it does this and what if it does that?
Yeah.
And I was hesitating. And then I took your course, and it's full of information. It's laid out nicely, and it's kind of like, dude, trading is simple. Like, it doesn't need to be hard. Literally started being profitable after taking your course because of that, putting the pieces of the puzzle together.
Over $200,000 in payouts. This is a strategy that you have figured out it works for you. And that's what I love about it, is at the end of the day, who am I or who is anybody to fucking say anything about your strategy? Because if you make money,
my checks.
Yeah, I mean, do you make money with it? Fuck yeah. I'm up 5,000 in my Apex accounts. I'm up 1,500 in my Tradeify live account. I'm up $2,500 in my personal account.
That's a good day.
Especially on a day like today.
Yeah.
Yesterday, right? Beautiful day.
Yeah.
Like those are like those A+ setup days where you're like, hey, I can get those 50 points. I can get those 100 points, and it's gonna be a good day. Whereas a day like today, you should be happy with just like any type of profit. I do think it's great to look at that higher time frame. I like that confluence because you're like, hey, you've got your setup on the smaller time frame, but you also know that on the higher time frame, we did exactly kind of what we thought it would do. Rip up there, take out that weekly high, and then it's like worst come to worst, maybe you get 20 points, but maybe you get 100 points back down. Because something big happened on the bigger time frames. I always tell people, like, the smaller time frames, obviously, like, the market's moving on the smaller time frame, but the market is moving to levels on the higher time frames.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get better. Like, I usually, for the higher time frame, I like 1 hour, 30 minute. I've started looking at the 4-hour chart. Not that I'm trading.
Yeah, now it comes out. Now we know. Now we know. 4-hour chart, fucking trend line guy over here.
No.
For me, the higher time frame, it's just like more confident. If I get a bull flag, like a really good bull flag on the smaller time frame, but also the higher time frame is like, you know, going in that direction, then I'm like, hey, I'm on. Give me an hour chart, you know, bull flag breakout. I'll be like, god damn, fucking rock hard to see fucking boater flag, bull flag on the hourly chart. You have any hot teachers in school?
No.
I always see on the news now, you know, like about these teachers having sex with their kid with their.
You see them nowadays. And you're like,
I'm like, no offense, but if I was in high school and that woman wanted to sexually fucking molest me, I'd be down. Sign me up. Sorry, Dad, I can't come home. There was a kid in my high school that had sex with one of my teachers. He worked at Publix, and then the dad or the father went to the grocery store and like got in a fight with the kid at the grocery store.
What?
He was like 18 senior. You fucked my wife. That's literally what he said. Like he's like in Publix yelling, you fucked my wife.
But you didn't grow up in Florida, did you?
I did. Born and raised, motherfucker.
I'm so glad I'm done. This price action, this would have chopped me up.
You got the trade of the day, to be honest. I mean, you definitely, I think you nailed it.
It's because my strategy works.
No, sorry. The people in the chat said your strategy doesn't work, sir.
I'm so glad I don't have a chat.
Don't ever get a chat. It's the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
Especially when ICT's here. Just kidding. The internet's a funny place. Like I've met a lot of people that I've talked shit about in real life, and it's always funny because they're very different.
No.
Right? Like everyone's like, oh, hey, Patrick, it's so nice to meet you. I'm like, I know you.
Yeah.
You know, that guy like Isaac Rivera, he came to the BDH, and I mean, I was making fun of him all the time for being on Top Step TV, smoking a cigar with his fucking earpods in. He messaged me, he's like, thanks, bro, for letting me know. I'm like, yeah, I'll call you out when you do stupid shit. No problem.
I think that's why a lot of people love you. Like, you just call it like you see it. And a lot of people don't.
I'd much rather learn how to day trade from somebody who basically tells people don't learn to day trade over somebody who's like, I can help you learn to day trade, make $10,000 within 1 week.
Spend $3,000 on my mentor.
Majority of people that ask me about how to learn to day trade, I say don't try. Because if that person's like, yeah, but I really want to do it, and it's like, okay.
Yeah. No,
it makes
tell
sense.
You blue in the
yeah.
face.
What kind of brought you to trading?
Get rich quick.
2020. It was 2020 COVID kind of vibes?
Yeah,
or?
So my wife is from Germany. I lived over in Germany for a little bit.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Natürlich, yeah.
Oh, you like that? You caught him off guard. Like, wait, yeah. He's speaking to Deutsch.
So when I came back home, I graduated college a couple years before, and then I had this big gap, and I was kind of struggling finding some work. I was looking into thing, and obviously falling into this, like, oh, get rich quick.
Yeah.
But never really took off to me. It was all too complicated. It was all these strategies that didn't make sense, and didn't quite understand it. But then during 2020, I had, a bit of money on the side that I could spend, and so I started spending some money trying to learn it. The tuition paid into the markets by losing it.
Only way to learn a trade is to lose.
Yeah.
Right? You gotta lose to learn. Like it's not like, oh, you have to learn how to trade. You have to learn how to lose.
Yeah. My wife, she's asking, can you teach me? I was like, you don't want to do this.
It's like the Dewey Cox where he's like, what are y'all doing there? He's like, you don't want this, Dewey?
You don't.
He's like, what's the issue? It makes you feel good. It makes you give you energy. Yeah. You're like, oh, I want that. I kind of want some of that. The problem is the internet now, right? Every little 20-year-old kid on the internet is a millionaire from trading. It blows my mind.
So bad.
Who used to buy Lambos? Before influencers, like who could afford a fucking Lambo?
Yeah.
I don't think that's why nobody owned Lambos, because nobody could afford it. And now it's like everybody's a fucking influencer and has a Lambo.
Even people like, I feel like they're just scammers. Like they somehow get a Lambo.
Well, but I mean, there's a lot of guys in Miami. They're making $300,000 a month, with their Discord. So it's like, fuck it, buy a Lambo. I feel like I've always been very like transparent to the fact of like, hey, most of the money that I make, the majority of it is from being an affiliate. I had $1 million in payouts, and like I'm proud of that, but yeah, I made $5 million from being an affiliate. And it's like, are you gonna hate me? You're gonna love me? I kind of built this business. I built the YouTube. I put a lot of fucking time and effort into this YouTube. So it's like
this space, like
really
forced you to do this.
Yeah, I put $200,000 to build out this place. Like that's my own money. I didn't. Nobody paid for that. Like I built that. So it's like, I have a business. I have employees.
Doing the Lord's work.
Yeah, I'm just, it's like, and it's pressure too, because then it's like, fuck, if I'm not trading good.
Yeah.
I gotta worry about Jason. Is he gonna be able to eat?
Yeah.
Other than obviously me, who else do you watch and keep track of?
Just you and my guy Eric.
No, Tori, come on. Just a little shout out. Tori Trades. I just feel like as a man, it gotta be weird to look to like a 20-year-old kid as a mentor. I was just talking shit on Twitter because I was joking. I'm like, it's not a joke though.
Well, you also are bigger than you look.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck.
I pulled up. I was like, oh shit, he actually is. What do you say, 6'2"?
Yeah. No, 6'1".
Okay.
No,
I was like,
6'1".
I thought you were my height. Just playing around, but yeah, no.
But see, I grew up in the country. In the country, there's nothing to do other than basically fight. Well, fight and fuck, but it depends what you're doing. That's what happened. Everyone I went to high school with has like 6 fucking kids now. It's amazing. I'm like, what have y'all been doing? Well, you got fucking 50 points pretty much?
Yeah.
A little over 50 points? Yeah. No, that was honestly the best move of the day. Yeah, maybe you could have shorted somewhere in this chop and been just sitting there, but you got in, you had a plan, you took your trade, you had your setup, you made money.
We do this every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the bigger picture dream goal for you with trading? Do you want to get to a point where it's full-time job and you just trade and live, or what's it look like for you?
After $250,000 in payouts, I've been thinking about that a lot. It's interesting for me because I actually like what I do. I like my job. Trading is 100% my passion. I probably would one day. I just, like, for me, the psychological aspect of not having income on the side
If you're making money and you got a full-time job and like life is good, then why fuck? You know what I mean? Like why fuck with it?
Yeah.
So yeah, like you said, it's the psychological, right? Because now, like it's working right now because you're like, hey, I'm doing the payouts, I'm getting my money, but you also know no matter what, you can pay your bills. So the trading is just like, you know, it's kind of fun income almost. Like,
yeah, no, it's great.
and the cool thing is, it's one of those skills too, where when you're like 65 years old and you go to retire, guess what? You keep trading. If you're serious about trading and you put in the effort, you put in the work, and you spend the time, like I think it's just a time thing, right? It's just like how long have you been trading now?
5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
You're getting to the point, you're getting the payouts.
We're there.
Yeah. But it didn't happen right away.
No.
You had to go through the trial, the error. You tried different strategies. You tried different ways of trading.
And I'm hard-headed too, right?
Oh, that's the worst. I think it's a ginger problem.
Yeah, bro, I take a long time to learn a lesson.
Yeah.
Part of me also wants to help other people, but it's got to be the right people.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like, hey, let's start a Discord and help everybody, because you just got a bunch of people who whine and can't take accountability for anything. Like right now, there's a couple people I work with, but just for free.
Yeah.
Right? Just tips and tricks, like things that helped me a little bit. And I think having like a trading buddy where you can hold each other accountable, that's kind of helped some.
Yeah, I mean, just having someone to talk to.
Yeah,
right? Be like, oh, did you see the market today?
Bro.
I mean, I think that's what's so cool about the live stream, right? We have a lot, like I would say a majority of the live stream, you know, the chat, it's the same people every day. And every day they're like, oh, hey Chad, oh, hey Brian. Oh, you know, like everyone's like in there kind of stoked to be here. Everyone's chasing the dream of, you know, being profitable.
No, a lot of people don't know how important like an entertaining live stream like yours is.
You know, I try to entertain when it's like a good time to entertain. Like right now, you know, we could be trading every little 1 minute candle, or we could just be like, nah, fuck it. You know, it ain't worth it.
You've got to pay your tuition into the markets, right? Like you can't just jump in and be like, all right, I'm going to make all this money, because there are lessons to learn, and that is one of them.
You're not reinventing the wheel by any means, which is great to hear, because I feel like sometimes traders are like, all right, so look what I do is, you know, I look for a candle, but then I look for the wick, and then after that, I put my little circle, and then it goes up, but then you got to go right here, and I'm like, what?
And that's why your course and keeping it simple was, it just like opened my mind. It's like I'm way overcomplicating this thing. I like Top Step just because of Project X. I think that's been the best for me. I really like Tradeify. I like their group over there.
I mean, the Tradeify straight to funded account, it's hard to beat. If you haven't already hit that like button, go ahead and blow it up. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Peace to the Middle East. What's it say on the back of my shirt, Jason? The biggest, the largest. That's how we do it, BDH style. Epic day here with our new friend, Justin. Dropping some knowledge. Always great to get kind of different stories, right?
For sure. Yeah.
Everyone has a different story. It's cool to see, obviously, your story here of kind of just making your way in the trading world with kind of your own style, your own vibe, and that's it. I think so many people get caught up in chasing the holy grail of trading instead of focusing on like, hey, like let me just figure out a way to make a little bit of money every day. I don't need the whole move. I just need a little bit of moving. Today you made a nice little $9,000 day trading in your accounts, and so I think you had the best trade of the day, to be honest. I'm a little jealous. It's funny because it broke that high, and I was like, kind of, we talked about that short opportunity, and then it's hard to see those levels get hit and then instantly be like, I'm right in short.
Yeah, but you know, plan the trade the plan.
Yeah,
right?
hey,
So,
spoken like a true master over here. So congratulations on all your success and the payouts and all that, and hopefully you enjoy the rest of your trip here in Florida. It's been a good time.
Yeah, for sure, no doubt.
Good thing is we walked away green, and that's all that matters. If you guys like this video, hit that button down below, the subscribe button, the like button. Hit up Justin on Twitter _JustinTrades.
That's it.
There we go. Peace to the Middle East.